Good morning, Trojans. Today's date is Thursday, January 10th, and it is an A-Day.
Your quote of the day today is, "Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who don't matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter." From Bernard M. Baruch.
There will be concussion testing today at 3 p.m. in room F2. All students who have not gotten concussion testing for our spring sport, please go to room F2 today to be cleared.
Hey, football players, if you're interested in playing next school year, please go to room G1 today during nutrition break to sign up. We will be discussing off-season programs. Please be on time and bring your iPad. All are welcome.
There is spring sports conditioning today at 3:30 near the gym. Conditioning will also last an hour. Also, preseason sports conditioning will be run by Coach Stanley on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursday, also at 3:30. Now let's go to sports with Griffin Epstein.
Another wonder goal! Oh my goodness!
Thanks, guys. The varsity girls soccer team continued to dominate VVAL play last night, blowing out American Canyon 4-0 at Ellison Field. Eleanor Burnett, Melissa Rocha, Zoe Frothinger, and Frances Gogenauer scored for Petaluma as they look towards their first-place battle with Casa tomorrow. Meanwhile, the varsity boys basketball team could not contend with first-place American Canyon in a battle of league unbeatens in the home gym. The Wolves' energy and extraordinarily aggressive defense caused Petaluma to wilt by the third quarter. The 73-58 loss dropped the Trojans to third in VVAL. The JV and freshman boys teams did win last night. And the wrestling team had no problem with Sonoma Valley in a road duel match yesterday. The Trojans' 60-16 win was highlighted by an impressive victory by Derek Pomey as the Trojans stay undefeated in league. Petaloma's first league victory over Vintage, we talk with star varsity girls sophomore wrestler Brooklyn Shattuck.
Coming back to get the victory, just describe the emotions of that match.
Well, it was definitely not my best performance. I made some mistakes throughout the match and that really hurt me, but I was able to change that and get the win at the end.
How it is important that even when you don't have your best stuff, that you find something like you did in that third set to be able to pull out victories against good wrestlers.
Well, I definitely used what I had. Throwing is definitely my strongest thing that I can do, and so I kind of just used my strengths to overthrow my mistakes during the match.
What is it like to wrestle against someone you know, how to use that to your advantage, but what is also the sportsmanship and afterwards like?
Yeah. Well, we're really good friends. I knew her before, and even if you're friends, once you face off, you shake hands, you're not friends anymore. So.
Meanwhile, today opens Egg Bowl days. What does that mean? 4 varsity games over the next 2 days. Petaluma, Casa, all here at the Petaluma High School campus. And students, Petaluma is 2-5 against Casa so far in sports this school year. And those 2 victories, they were in golf when Casa didn't even have a complete team. Trojans, we need you out at these sporting events over the next 2 days. I don't do a lot of personal pleas, but this is important. Petaluma needs some victories over Casa, and it's up to you students if you want to make that happen. That starts tonight with boys soccer facing the Gauchos at Ellison Field. Please run it. Boys soccer facing the Gauchos at Ellison Field with JV at 4, and the important varsity match is at 6. While also tonight, girls basketball faces Casa in the home gym, looking for their first victory over the Gauchos in 4 years. The varsity game is at 7 with JV Pryor, and the theme is all out purple. Trojan Live will be live streaming the Big Hoops game, but here's another incentive for you to come. Wicked Slush will be in the gym, so you really have to be there. That's going to do it for sports. Beat Casa, and back to the anchor desk.
Thanks, Griffin. The girls and boys basketball games tomorrow and Friday will be versus Casa Grande at 7 o'clock. The theme for both games is all out purple, so make sure to show your school spirit. The girls team will be having Amy's Wicked Slush for sale at the game starting at 5 o'clock, so don't forget a little bit of cash. Also, Michael Barabalt is still looking for 2 students to sing the national anthem at today and Friday's basketball games. If you're interested, make sure to contact Mr. Barabalt at mbarabalt22@petk12.org. Once again, that's mbarabalt22@petk12.org, or his phone number at 707-321-9028.
Anyone interested in the Ashland, Oregon trip, this is your last call. There are still some spots available. For only $350, you can get the opportunity to see 3 performances, including the musical Hairspray, conversations with actors and director, a tour of the local college, and other sightseeing adventures. Contact Ms. Maya, Ms. Greason, or Ms. Smith in C-Wing if you have any questions. Now let's go to the second installment of a 3-part series on bias by Simone Trinfalia and Kameron Grant.
In our last video, we covered an experiment that took place in our very own television broadcasting studio. This led us not only to question our own bias, but the media we see on a day-to-day basis.
We make our decisions and we make our beliefs based on those around us, and a lot of times media is what is around us. It's kind of our echo chamber. We pick the things we want to watch, and then that kind of echoes back what we want to believe. And to be fair, most media sources are commercial, and they're trying to get you to buy their product, and they do that either by producing something the fastest, by producing something with the most information, or by just being sensational. And a lot of people like that sensational stuff. They like to pick it up and absorb it.
Media has a huge influence on individuals today. It's everywhere. From Twitter to Instagram to CNN and Fox News, it's hard to decipher what the truth is. Trojan Live has definitely always had a strong opinion on censorship. Freedom of the press is protected under the First Amendment. Allowing the press to be able to report on the wrongdoings of the government is a profound part of our democracy. But what happens when journalism becomes more about opinion and bias than the actual truth? Is a little censorship necessary? We asked journalism teacher Miss Redfield her opinion on it.
I think it falls into the same trap that a lot of the First Amendment does with like freedom of speech. You can't walk into a theater and scream fire. It causes a panic, you incite a riot. Those things aren't okay, and I think that falls into journalism too. You can't go around spreading fake news and making things up and just trying to get the upper hand on stuff. The real power of the people comes from journalism. It comes from us holding the powerful people accountable, but also from the people holding journalists accountable. It's so easy to go unethical and biased. It's really easy to do that. I mean, students do that in papers, just regular essays all the time. Journalism is holding yourself to a higher degree, a higher standard, but when money's involved at a mass media company, then I think it does become more unethical.
From Petaluma High School, Simone Trinfalia, Trojan Live.
Once again, just to clarify, we know that you've probably seen these videos before, but just because of the big break for Christmas, we're just going to show them again to you, and the third part will be coming tomorrow, so look forward to that. And this month, you have the opportunity to participate in the Poetry Out Loud local competition here at Petaluma High School. This school-wide competition will take place during 5th period on Wednesday, January 30th. We will advance one winner from the school to the Sonoma County competition on February 11th, to be followed by state and national competitions. Participants will select poems from the Poetry Out Loud website to memorize and perform. If you are interested, please see Miss O'Connor in C14.
That's all for today. Let's go to a word from our sponsor.
Would have been all good if you went to all good driving school.
Tune in tomorrow in our live stream tonight.
And make it a great day.
Is that what you didn't tell Knox?
Yes.
If I gave